Tonight is a very special call because this is a Thursday and we have announced in earlier calls that we will be doing quite an extensive webinar on cryptocurrency and why the OneCoin is so special. So this is going to be quite a extensive webinar. I hope you guys have the time to listen to this because it's super interesting and it will give you some cutting edge information when you're talking to your prospects, because knowledge is everything, and this webinar will really give you the knowledge you need to succeed in the business of OneCoin. So I'd like to introduce, of course, our COO and also co-founder, Dr. Rujja. Please, Dr. Rujja, if you are there, the show is yours.
Hello, everybody. Do you hear me? Very, very good. Well, Sebastian, thank you so much for handing over to me. Maybe, can you hear me now once again? Are we having technical? Very, very good. I'm very happy to see. Very, very happy. Okay. So, after having technical difficulties, let's start. We have had several very interesting webinars, but this one, Sebastian said, is going to be special. This is going to be a webinar where I want to give you an introduction about cryptocurrency. We will not speak today about bonuses. We will not speak about sales too much. What I would like to do is, when everyone leaves the webinar tonight, to know what cryptocurrency is, why cryptocurrency has value, and what exactly OneCoin is, and why I am excited about OneCoin, and why I hope you will be excited about OneCoin. My name is Rujja Ignatova. I am, as Sebastian said, the co-founder of this company, and I'm managing the operations. And my educational background is legal and finance. I have been working for several years in Europe, in Russia, and in Germany in banking and in private equity. I have worked for one of the biggest consulting firms. I don't know if somebody knows them, McKinsey, and I was with the Eastern European office. I was a partner at the firm. I have been always very, very much interested in finance, in investments that are profitable, and in innovation. And this is actually the reason why cryptocurrency excited me very early. There are three reasons why I think that everybody should know more about cryptocurrency. First of all, it's a very profitable investment. History shows, and I'll show you a bit later, that there was a lot of money that people made with Bitcoin. The second thing what excites me about cryptocurrency and OneCoin, it's innovation. It's something new. It's something that is just starting now, and we have a chance to be first movers in the market and to shape the market. We will not be just followers of 100 companies who already did the same, but we can shape the market and we can build our own currency to our own rules. And the third part, actually, the third reason why I'm so excited about cryptocurrency is because it is a very different type of investment. When you go and invest your money, for example, in stocks or in bonds, or you save it on your cash account, you can do this. But cryptocurrency is a completely different asset class, and it gives you very different opportunities to keep your assets safe and to keep your money safe and to grow it. And I would like to talk a bit about this. I have had some materials that I hope you will find interesting, and I will tell you now a bit about what exactly is cryptocurrency, why was cryptocurrency so successful and will be still successful, but also not only about cryptocurrency in general, but what is special about OneCoin. Why is OneCoin the Bitcoin of the future? Why is the next Bitcoin the next big thing? How can we trade OneCoin? What will happen once we start mining the coin? What is mining at all? Like, what do we mean by mining? What do we expect for OneCoin in the near future, for the next year? And of course, what I would like also to tell you is how to spot, how to say, a fake cryptocurrency. There are a lot of people claiming we have a cryptocurrency, we are doing cryptocurrency, but as people say, not all is gold that glitters. So I would like to show you some examples and some interesting facts. So how did this all start? Well, it all started in 2008 when a person who nobody knows who this is, he is called Satoshi Nakamoto, but until today nobody knows who this person actually is, and most people think that this is a fake identity or a fake name, registered bitcoin.org. So this was the beginning of Bitcoin. In 2009, this person mined the first block of Bitcoins. This means that 2009, the first 50 Bitcoins were created in January. Then they started building very, very slowly a mailing list. And in the beginning, Bitcoin was something for people who were extremely knowledgeable on IT. So this was mostly for people who spent 12 hours a day with their laptop somewhere and who were super excited about technical things. So this is the beginning of Bitcoin. However, in 2010, the currency got more and more popular. And one of the most famous transactions was the first transaction outside the internet where somebody paid 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza. I think I told this story several times. This is now 7 million in real money, 7 million US dollars for a pizza, which sounds very, very funny today. But this was actually the first documented offline transaction with the Bitcoin. And then 2010, first exchanges got founded, and also people realized how profitable mining is. And as I write here, specialized mining pools started to happen. So people started mining Bitcoins not for pleasure or because it's interesting, but for money. So this here is something that I find very, very interesting. Bitcoin was the pioneer, the first currency that emerged on the market. And what happened to Bitcoin? Currently, if we collect all Bitcoins on the market and check how much they are worth, we see that it's about $11 billion market capitalization. It's $11 billion. So until today, there have been 31 million transactions and 50,000 people take Bitcoin in their online shops or in their normal shops. And this is the success story actually that happened. People got to know the currency, people started to use it and to accept it. And this is exactly where I would like to go with OneCoin. To make the coin popular, to start using it, and one day to leave our protected world of the OneCoin marketing and to put it on a public exchange like the other coins. One interesting fact, when we see 11.7 billion, if we see how many people actually own Bitcoin, it is only 250,000 people who have more than one Bitcoin in the world. So it's not a huge amount of people if you think about this. And this coin has been extremely successful. Now this chart I have shown several times, so I will just explain very shortly for people who have not joined the previous webinars. Here you can see the start of Bitcoin. They started at around 10 cents per coin. In the highest period, they started at 1,200 US dollars. Today I checked, it was around $460. Of course, Bitcoin fluctuates up and down, but still, if you have joined with 10 cents and now you have here like $400 or $470, it still is a very, very good deal. So what happens here and where we are now as OneCoin, we are here. We are now the first movers who start with the coin, we start mining the coin, and I hope one day we will not be here, but probably here. Yeah? Let's see. So this is the pizza, the $7 million pizza, or it could be the $7 million pizza. I hope nobody will do something like this with OneCoins, guys. Please don't. You will be very, very sorry. But being serious, cryptocurrency is a very hot topic all over the world. Here you see three things that are important. One is Bitcoin cash machines. So people install in not mass, but in several locations in several countries, ATMs where you can cash out your Bitcoins, for example. Now here we see the Winklevoss Bitcoin Trust and the Winklevoss twins, who are quite famous on Wall Street, who have done one of the first Bitcoin trusts and investment funds. This shows that these guys believe, and Wall Street believe a lot in the future of cryptocurrency. So they have allocated a lot of money in this trust where they want to invest in Bitcoin and in other cryptocurrency. Definitely a very, very hot topic, not only in our part of the world, but on the big places like New York, London, and Frankfurt Exchange. I had some questions on the support line where I was asked, but Bitcoin, it's a cryptocurrency, it is different, is it legal? Well, this is a very, very good question, and you have always to consider two things while you think about legality and cryptocurrency. In almost 99% of the countries worldwide, cryptocurrency is legal. To my knowledge, there are only 3 or 4 where it is not permitted and not legal. We have requested a legal opinion from one of our lawyers, and we have also uploaded it in the backend of OneCoin. You can review it, where we have assessed some of our key markets for OneCoin, and where we state if the coin is legal or not. Now, you can check this out. If your country is not on the list, you can contact support anytime. Just because the country is not on the list does not mean that the coin is not legal there. It just means probably that we missed out your country. But we are very happy to give you insight on this. So in Europe, there's one country which is known to me where Bitcoin is illegal. This is Iceland. And Iceland, for a very good reason, they had huge economic issues and their own currency had very big trouble. And this is why they forbid and limited trade with all currencies, all other currencies, not only Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. So to be very, very short, yes, cryptocurrency is in 99% of the countries legal. We can trade it, we can own it, and we can go to an exchange and exchange it for money or trade with it. Now, how can you join OneCoin and how can you make money with OneCoin? What is OneCoin at all? OneCoin is, as I said, a cryptocurrency. It is like Bitcoin, it's like Litecoin, it has its own algorithm and its own code. However, very important, it is not a copycat from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, in the meantime, open source. What does this mean? Open source is that every one of us can Google Bitcoin open source code and you can see the code actually of the coin. So you can build a coin which is like Bitcoin. This is possible for everybody. And of course, the value of such a coin is limited. It is nothing new. It has issues with security. It is not innovation. And of course, people will not go and use just a copycat of Bitcoin. Why should I use a coin we just copied and not go and buy Bitcoin? So what we have done is, we have done and worked actually quite a long time on this. Our code is not like Bitcoin. It uses a different technology and a different algorithm, and it is constantly developed. So even when we start the mining, we will continue developing the code and adjusting it for innovation, for security, and for safety. Because you all know the internet never sleeps. Always new things are happening, and we are very committed to make this coin a huge success. Like all cryptocurrencies, in the beginning there's nothing but an algorithm. This algorithm gives us coins. This means that in the beginning we know how many coins we will create. There will be only 2.1 billion OneCoins, not one coin more. This will be impossible once we push the button and start the mining. This is also something very special about cryptocurrency. When you code the coin, you have to commit and to say how many coins will I create, and then that's it. So we better make a good decision and then start the mining, because afterwards the code cannot be changed. So what happens is that the users start the mining, we start finding the 2.1 billion coins, but this pool of 2.1 billion coins can never be made bigger. Now, I will tell you a bit more on mining. Currently, mining for Bitcoins, as the technology advances a lot and machines and computers get bigger and more powerful, currently mining of Bitcoins is something very, very professional. So you go into a room which is huge and you see all these computers and servers and cables and things. And in the meantime, Bitcoin mining is something for professionals and for people who are very knowledgeable with IT. So somebody like me who doesn't have an IT background and just wants to start mining like this, it's almost impossible to do it in a profitable way. I did some calculations on this, and my laptop told me that if I start mining on my own, it will take me approximately 700 days until I get my investment back. So, and I don't have 700 days. So what people do is they join a mining pool, and with joint resources, of course, you can have better capacities and find coins easier and faster. I'll explain a bit more on this. One interesting thing about cryptocurrency is the so-called blockchain. Now, the blockchain is something which is very, very interesting, and I love looking at it actually. It is a technical document or a stream where you can see every transaction of Bitcoin, every single one transaction that happens in the network, and nothing can be hidden. So you see when a transaction between two users happen. For example, if I transfer a coin to Sebastian, you will see that the coin was transferred. You will not see that it's me and Sebastian, but you will see the transaction. If a mining pool mines coins, you will see that coins have been mined. So it's actually total transparency on this coin, and this is why Bitcoin is so successful or was so successful, because everybody can see everything, and trust, which is very important for money and for currency, is built like this. And this is very important. Without trust, there cannot be a currency stability, and we cannot create value with OneCoin. Now, one of my favorite questions, and somebody actually asked last webinar, was, okay, I understand cryptocurrency is interesting, but how do we create value? Because as far as I understand, this is a code. So why is this valuable? Why shouldn't I buy, I don't know, shares or stocks or whatever? How can cryptocurrency create value? Why OneCoin? And I think this is actually a very, very good question. And I would like everyone here to understand why cryptocurrency creates value. Cryptocurrency can be compared actually to gold, because it is like gold of the internet. It has all the advantages that money has. We have only a limited amount of coins. No central bank can issue more coins. There cannot be inflation. There cannot be anything. Then these coins are durable. This means I cannot destroy them. The only thing that can happen or happen to people in Bitcoin is that they lost the coins. In our system, this cannot happen because we all have our wallets in the OneCoin system. But this is like gold, so it's durable and not destroyable. So it's portable, you can take it with you wherever you are. So if you travel from India to Africa or from Europe to the US, your coins travel with you. So you can take them with you and you can do online transactions and transfer money with this. Now, when OneCoin launches, you can send OneCoins to friends and to family, and they can sell them also in the exchange and turn them to money. So it's something like gold coins or gold on the market. And people accept cryptocurrency as a payment method. Value always comes from demand and supply. Now, in the beginning, when we start mining, it will be a bit easier for us to mine and to create the coins. But the more we mine, the more difficult it gets to create the coins. So it means the demand will be in one point of time much higher than the supply we have. And this is why the value of the coin will rise. Now, because of our codes, and I'll explain this a bit later, it's actually impossible to counterfeit the coins and to fake them like you can do with money. So what happens, actually, you have three ways of making money or generating value with cryptocurrency. One, of course, is speculation. Easy money, buy cheap, sell high. Start the miners very early, sell at the high, go home, buy a house or whatever. Yeah? Second way for creating value is you buy the coins, you keep them for a long, long time, and it's just a good investment. It's value storage. Like if you buy some gold bars, you store them in your house, then you store value. And the third one, which will get more and more important the longer we stay with OneCoin, is utility. Utility means You can use OneCoin for payments. You can link in one point of time the OneCoins to your credit card wallet and so on. So we make the coin useful. We do something with it. We don't store it only on one account. We create value by making the coin useful and by utilizing our network. Just remember, Bitcoin is used by 250,000 people. Now we can do miracles in our network, especially in the countries where we are and where Bitcoin has a low penetration. So this is actually a huge opportunity for everybody who is prepared, of course, not to go with the speculators, but who wants to take maybe a long-term perspective. But these three things show that there's something for everyone. For the speculator who wants the easy money, for the person who is more conservative and wants to keep the coins, and for the person who also believes in the coin and wants to utilize it. So time actually is on our side, as you see. The longer we hold it, the more money is there to make. So, one of my other favorite question is, how do I know actually that OneCoin is real? There are several people and several products who advertise cryptocurrency, tokens, coins, whatever, a lot of things floating around. So OneCoin is a real cryptocurrency. As I said, we have a code behind us, we have an algorithm behind the coin, and we have a blockchain. So I will show you the blockchain very soon, and all this is extremely transparent and everybody in our backend can log in and see it. What is also important, every user gets a new wallet which is encrypted. So if you use cryptocurrency, you get a special account with an address which is quite long and has a lot of numbers and letters and is special and only for you. So it's not like the dashboard that you see now with the token accounts and the number. This is a tokens account. This is also something very valuable, but it's not cryptocurrency. So on a tokens account, or on a share account, whatever, you just see a number. Like I have 100, I have 100,000, I have 200, whatever, a number. The e-wallet, however, where you store the cryptocurrency, has a code. It's unique for you, it is encrypted, and this is something very special where your coins are stored. And every user who mines OneCoin and has OneCoin will receive such an e-wallet and his crypto coins. So, as I said, on the blockchain, we will check now the blockchain and see what this is. And we will have OneCoin first traded on our own exchange, but because we are technically and security-wise so advanced, we can go anytime on a normal public exchange whenever we decide to make OneCoin public to the others. So whenever you're not sure if you have to deal with a real currency, cryptocurrency or not, I would encourage you to ask the following questions to the person who tells you that they do cryptocurrency. And only if you get a good feeling and if they can tell you how it works, then you probably have a cryptocurrency. You can ask where they have their blockchain, if it is published, and how they verify transactions. Now, every transaction, as I told you, has to be recorded somewhere in a ledger, so people know that it happened, and it cannot be forged and faked. Very important also, how often are transactions verified? Bitcoin and OneCoin verify transactions every 10 minutes. A question that I said before, is your coin simply a Bitcoin clone or is it an innovation? Does it have a special algorithm? What is it? How many coins are created? Now, if a person cannot tell you the answer, then it's not a cryptocurrency. Then ask yourself, is it a coin or is it a token? Tokens are very different from coins. Everybody, like a central bank, can print tokens, but coins are limited in supply. Also, a very, very good indicator is if you ask, can you go to an external exchange? And when I say external exchange, I do not mean the exchange in the backend or an exchange owned by us. I mean really one exchange where Bitcoin, Litecoin, and whoever else is traded, where we can just join and be traded on. Then the second thing, or another thing to ask is, how do I store the currency? How do I keep it safe? And this is real cryptocurrency stored in an encrypted wallet. And then you ask the last part, which is very important for everyone here, is how do you keep my coins safe? How am I safe against counterfeit? How can you promise me that nothing bad will happen to my coin? And if a person can give you good answers to this, you probably have a real cryptocurrency there. If not, then there's probably a different way, or it's just a token or something virtual that is not having the same advantages, of course, like cryptocurrency. Now, this is something that is interesting. We checked what Bitcoin users do with their coins, and I showed you some of them store the coins, some of them speculate, some of them use the coins for online shopping and so on. But most of the users actually mine the coin and keep it for the future. So what is mining? I told you that mining is the creation of new coins. So in the beginning, when we start mining the coin, we have nothing. We have just an algorithm, a mathematical complex formula, and we don't have one coin, nothing, 0 coins. So we start mining. So we switch on the computers and we mine the first block. Now the first block is a very special block. It's called the Genesis block. Like Bible, the first chapter of the Bible, this is the beginning. So this first block, whenever we kick this in, the mining of OneCoin starts. And we start looking for combinations of letters and numbers, which are a solution for the algorithm. And we know that there are 2.1 billion solutions for this algorithm. So whenever we find a solution, we get awarded with a coin, or the mining pool gets awarded with a coin. Now, in the beginning, mining is very easy, and we can find the coins very simply and very, very fast. And of course, we are not so many miners. But the more and more people join, the more and more coins we find, the more difficult it becomes to mine and to find the coins. Now, an example about Bitcoin again. In 2010, when Bitcoin started the mining process, they started also with 0 coins and started slow. One user could find the Bitcoin every hour. So every hour I was with my stupid old laptop, I could find 1 coin, which now today is worth around $500. So per hour I was making a lot of money. Now this year, it takes me 25 days to find 1 coin if I mine Bitcoin. Why? Very simple, because a lot of people joined the process, first of all, and second, because a lot of coins have been found. More than half of Bitcoins have been found currently, and it gets more and more difficult. We need more and more machines, more and more resources to find the coins. And this is, of course, what will happen to OneCoin too. We will start very simple, very slow in the beginning, and we'll find a lot of coins with a limited people, because we are not so many in the beginning. But the more people join, the more popular the coin becomes, and the more complex the algorithm, of course, the more difficult the mining will become. And this is the famous blockchain of Bitcoin. This is what you can see actually on the web when Bitcoin is mined, and everybody can see it. So this, for example, is how, if you want, you can check out the website actually. It's called www.blockchain.info.com. Blockchain.info, exactly. Here you can see 24/7 all the blocks that are mined from Bitcoin and all transactions that happen. This is a real cryptocurrency. This is what happened. Now, I know quality is not very good, but here you see we have block number 319,000, I think. It was mined 11 minutes ago. We had 1,000 transactions in this block, and somebody sent, or altogether the users in this block sent 5,000 coins to each other, to other people, and so on. And then we see who mined the block. This is the name of the user who mined the block. And here are all the transactions that happen. Now, if we go into the details of the block, and this is also something that will be visible for every OneCoin user in the backend, you can see again the number of the transaction, how many coins were transacted, what happened, how long it took to mine coins, and these are like the technical numbers. These are the hashes and a lot of technicalities that you can see there. On this, you even see who and where the user sits who mined the block, which is, of course, also interesting for the Bitcoin user. And here are all transactions that were in the block. Like, for example, if we have 10 people sending coins to each other, we do not see who sent it to who, but we see, okay, there was a transaction for 20 Bitcoins, there was one for 400 Bitcoins, and so on. And this is actually what a cryptocurrency is. It builds trust. It builds trust because, you know, if you send money to somebody, if you send your OneCoins to somebody, if you make a trade on the exchange, it is visible to everyone. It cannot be forged. Everybody sees what's going on. And this is how trust is built into currency. Now, let me show you how you build profit and how you mine. So this is my laptop in, no, well, it's not even a laptop. It's an old computer in 2009. So in 2009, it's very, very simple, and you start mining on your own home computer. You have your coffee and you start and you mine the Bitcoins. Every hour you find a Bitcoin, you're happy, you go to sleep, you mine Bitcoins, perfect. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, things changed. This is Bitcoin mining 2014. If I look at this, I even don't know what exactly I see until people explain to me, and I saw this actually in real. This is a server room, and this server room has its own air condition, it has its own insurance, and this thing mines Bitcoins. It is very big, it is very expensive, and you see that it actually takes a lot of know-how, knowledge, and maintenance to build up something like this. You need over 450 days for your investment to start showing some profit. And this is why we will do a mining pool concept. It means that the user join together, we join together the technology, and we don't use the rusty, dusty laptop here and computer, but we move to technology, to innovation, and this is why we build pools to mine OneCoin, to be efficient and to manage fast, actually, to get the coins. Now, I told you, the more coins we mine, the more difficult it becomes. So probably you don't believe me and say, but why and how? Now, this is a chart of Bitcoin. Again, you see here, this is the difficulty of the mining. As I told you, cryptocurrency is based on cryptography and on complex mathematical algorithms. Only the right combination gives you the coins. And in the beginning, there are so many solutions that you can find solution very, very easy. But with time, it gets more and more difficult, and you see that in the end, it's really, really only with a lot of resources possible to find the coins. So this is why I always say the first mover advantage. We have the chance now to start. And now to show you that this is not only with OneCoin, you can find calculators like this actually everywhere on the internet who show you how much it costs to mine Bitcoin, for example. Now, here you can say what your hardware is or what your computer is and fill in a lot of complicated data, how much it actually costs you for electricity, what are your power requirements and so on. But in the end of the day, what comes out is today with a normal computer, which is not old, but normal, it will take me 25 days to find one Bitcoin. So for me to get 500 dollars, it takes 25 days. 2010, it was 1 hour. So we expect something similar for OneCoin. In 5 years, it will take much, much longer than today to mine a block. And this is the logical explanation why. So again, if you join early, you can join here where the difficulty is low, where in 5 years or in 4 years, we will be here. The higher the mining difficulty, the more coins we find, the higher also the coin price becomes, of course. Because people see that the coin is valuable and that more and more people join before the price rises again. So what you can do is you can start, as I said, the speculators can start mining now, keep the coins for a year, and then come with a big profit. And I'll tell a bit more what I expect for OneCoin and what kind of pricing developments I think. By the way, I know it's a complicated topic, so if you have questions, if you don't understand something, I'm looking at the chat box and I'll try to reply to the questions if you have some, but also in the end I'll take questions because I know it's a complex topic. So how will this work? Now, how can I join the miners? What can happen? So first of all, every member can join the miners if you wish. If you don't wish, you do not need to join the miners. You can keep your tokens. You can sell them. You can buy them on the exchange. You can do the splits. All this we explained in other webinars. So it's okay. No problem. You do not need to own the OneCoin. However, think twice before you decide not to, because as I say in the beginning, we can buy with the tokens a space in a mining pool. The mining pool in the end goes in, mines the coins, and in the end of the day, we distribute the coins that the mining pool find to the members who participated in the pool. So what happens is 10 users, for example, join a pool, go mine the coins, get coins, and then they distribute according to their share in the pool. So what we do as a company, we ensure for you that all the resources, the mining resources, the computers are up to date, and that everybody who wants to participate can join the mining pool. What we also ensure and do as a company, we want to make OneCoin popular. So of course we discussed with merchants, with online merchants, with other people to make OneCoin more popular and more acceptable. So you can change your tokens for mining spaces, and then this is how you can collect OneCoins. If you do not want to join the miners, you can also buy the OneCoins on our internal exchange, either with money or with tokens. Because OneCoin, when we start mining, of course, it can be traded first on our exchange and then later also on some of the external exchanges. So when will we start mining? Well, we could start actually today if we wanted to, but we would like to wait 2 to 3 more months. Why? Because we now start OneCoin up, and what I would like is to have the chance to familiarize himself with the One Academy, with cryptocurrency, and how trading is done. So everybody who has a package has access to our One Academy, where cryptocurrency is described very, very well, and where trading is described very, very well. So we give you a chance, and we would like to take us for all the time, get to know the market, the exchange, the profit, also to give you time to join the splits and to create more tokens so you can join the mining. The first block we would like to mine definitely jointly, either on a sales event or online, or we have to decide this, but everybody should watch who can, and we will record it too, how the first blockchain starts and the coins are created. And then afterwards, everybody can start and create its own coins and watch how the value is created. So as I said, what's next? Well, you join one, you participate in the token market, you learn how the exchange works, you buy, you sell the token, you hopefully see your token portfolio grow and do splits. And I would strongly encourage you to join the first mining group. Now the outlook, I promised to say some words on the outlook. I very, very strongly believe that OneCoin is the future. I do not own Bitcoin because I think this would be not really smart. As you see, the Bitcoin is broken. No, but we believe that OneCoin is now in the first phase that Bitcoin was years ago. We are a fast and first mover. We are in the first stage. The market is not mature yet. And now is actually a very, very good time to build and to start. We will mine all the coins together. We'll have the pools. And what we will do, as I said, the blockchain, the mining will happen in real time. Everybody can watch and decide and join the miners. Now, Bitcoin, I told you, started from 10 cents and was in the good times over $1,200. Now it's around 500, which still is really, really good. And what I definitely want to see OneCoin one day is to be one of the big ones and be traded on all the exchanges of Litecoin and Bitcoin. And hopefully all of you tell their children or their friends, I was one of the first people who mined actually OneCoin. This one is interesting. So if you ask me, where will OneCoin be 1 year from the launch when we start mining? Of course, nobody knows is the answer. Yeah? But what we will do, we will start OneCoin at 50 euro cent coin. Now, what I reasonably believe, of course, nobody can guarantee this, but I think 1 year from the launch, I see OneCoin in a range between €2.50 and €5. This is not a huge growth like Bitcoin was, which was sometimes unhealthy. But I think this is a conservative prediction when I look at the network prediction and the target countries that we have, at the members, and in the benefits that we have. OneCoin is innovative. It has a very, very good, solid and innovative crypto code. It stores value. It will have in one point of time much more demand than supply because of the difficulty of mining. And we really believe that this is, like, as I said, gold of the internet. Yeah? It is gold of the internet. It is something that we all can use and we all can profit from and can see on our exchange. You can use it to speculate with it. You can use it to store value, to keep it, or you can use it in a later stage to make payments and to do online purchases. You don't need a bank. You can use it in international transactions, fast. You can verify it through the blockchain. And this is something that I believe that we as a team are very, very committed to see it. I want to see OneCoin in 2 years under the top 3 cryptocurrencies worldwide. This is my goal, and this is something that I have put together as my target. And I hope that you all will support me to get there. And I also hope that this presentation somehow excited you about cryptocurrency, and you don't see it only as a complex technical topic, but as something actually that can create value and will create value also for you. So this is the end of my presentation. Now I would ask you if you have questions, and I'll check the chat box and reply to them. So I see people are typing, so well, it's a very good question. How much time it will take to mine all the coins? It depends how many people we are, and it depends how many people join the network. It is like this. In the end, the mining gets very, very slow. So normally what happens is that you mine approximately 2/3 of the coins in the first 4 to 5 years, depending on the network. So it is so that the last 2 years you mine only a little amount of coins. So until 100% is mined, it will take a long, long time. But the first coins, this takes actually this, especially the first year, is a very productive and good year. What will be the market value after all coins are mined? This is also a very, very good question. Now, the market value at one point of time, when all the coins are mined, or let's say when 90% of the coins are mined, is determined by two things. One is demand and supply. Now, you cannot increase the supply anymore at one point of time. So you cannot create new coins. There's no inflation. So this makes your coin more valuable. There's only a definite amount of coins. But the second thing that will also increase the value, not only that there's limited supply, the second thing that will increase the value of the coin is, of course, that people start doing more and more things with it, using it for payments. People know it, and it gets more and more popular. So this is the price, in my opinion, long term can only go up because there's no inflation. Of course, nobody can tell you by how much. You know, Bitcoin started at 10 cents, they were at 1,200, now they're at 600. Nobody can tell you by how much. It depends a lot on the members, on the transactions, on the effort and work we do. But as I say, I see us in 1 year about 250 to €5. And in 5 years, I cannot say. I hope that one day we will keep up with Bitcoin. Yeah? So Raphael is asking me which materials are made of the coins. Now the coins are a code. So it's numbers and letters. It is the algorithm. And what happens is in your e-wallet where you store the coins, you see a long, long number. Wait a second. Like, I might have it somewhere. No, I don't. Well, I had prepared something. I can show you this one next time. So it is a long, long number with letters and with coded. Our algorithm, what is focusing on? Well, it's called X11. It is, how to say, it is a mathematical complex function which gives you 2.1 billion solutions for the algorithm. So it gives a lot of conditions that you have to satisfy with a long string of numbers and digits. So when can we start buying with Visa card? Okay, this is not a cryptocurrency question. I'll take it still. I hope end of next week we can also accept credit cards for the small packages, starter and activation. So I see there's two more questions at least coming in. I'll wait for them, guys, and then we can start closing. No, the coins. No, please don't confuse the OneCoin with the gold coin. The gold coin is the Aurum gold coin, and we can do a webinar on this if you guys are interested. This is backed up by gold, but this is backed up by a mathematical formula. So the coin itself is cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency means crypto code. Yeah. So what are the tokens for? Also a very, very good question. The tokens, first of all, have three functions. Function number one is that we get used to the exchange, that we start trading the tokens there. And these are for people also who want to cash out quicker than others. So we start practicing with them, the trading, we get to know the exchange and so on. And the tokens you can use later to get into the mining space. So nobody who does not own tokens can join the mining and mine the OneCoin. Without the tokens in the package, there's no OneCoin. So I think this was the, oh no, you guys talking again, yeah? I'll wait. No, nobody outside our network can mine the coins and will mine the coins. This is the first mover advantage that we all get. So we will mine the coins, we have the first mover advantage, and it will not be given to the public, just the network. But at one point of time, when we are done, we can go out and then we can give the coin also to the public, and the members who have created the coins can profit from this. But outside the network, nobody can mine and will mine the coins now. Now, how many members or how many coins we need to be found before we go public? This is a very, very good decision, and I am not sure that we can make this decision on our own, to be very, very honest with you, because this is also a decision from the members. You are the ones who will own the coins. So we will have to do the decision together and to decide when we, of course, go out and go public. I can do this anytime. I can go tomorrow when we start mining the coins. We have discussed with many exchanges and they would love to have us there. But the point is, I think we should actually leave to the public later than earlier, because then we have the chance to capture more of the value for the network. So going public is a very, very good exit scenario. It's a very good way to capture more value outside. As I said, the coin is something that can then gain more value on utility, making payments outside, more online merchants and so on. But whenever you decide to go out and to go public, the problem is that, of course, other people who have not invested like you in building the net, building the company, of course, get also their share of the profit. So my view would be that we go public maybe in 3 to 4 years, and then also discuss if we do it in a structured way and maybe give some limitations what we do outside and how. But with time, would like to make OneCoin top 3 of the currencies outside. Petri, to be very honest, I do not want to make an exit with my coins. I think I'll keep them all. So it was really a pleasure to talk to you about this, these coins. You see that it's really a topic I could spend hours talking about this. And if you're interested, also let us know on info@OneCoin or support@OneCoin, corporate@OneCoin. And let us know if you have additional questions. I'm very happy to handle them in future webinars. And cryptocurrency is really something that excites me. I am on the code myself with the development team. It is something that I'm really passionate about. And I want to see OneCoin to be top 3 of the cryptocurrencies. And then the sky is the limit, I guess. Thank you very much, guys.